Throughout Bruce Springsteen's career as a performer and touring musician, he consistently grappled with the decision to bring his shows to larger venues. His hesitation was widely recognized, and he had a long-standing tendency to delay such transitions, despite increasing demand from his growing fan base. "When we were in clubs," he told biographer Dave Marsh for Marsh's 1987 book Glory Days, "we'd play 5 or 6 nights in a club before we'd go into a theatre. We played 5 or 6 nights in a theatre before we'd go into an arena. In the arena, we'd play 5 or 6 nights in the arena." When planning the tour to support his 1984 album Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen and his team followed the same path they had taken since 1978's Darkness on the Edge of Town, an extensive series of shows in North American arenas. Beginning on June 29, 1984 in St. Paul, Minnesota, Springsteen and the E Street Band performed 94 indoor concerts, concluding on January 27, 1985 in Syracuse, New York. This period marked significant changes for everyone involved. Prior to the album's release, longtime collaborator Steven Van Zandt departed from the group and was replaced by Niels Lofgren, formerly of Neil Young's band Grin, who also contributed background vocals. Singer Patti Scialfa was added to enhance the vocal presence on stage, and Springsteen's personal life underwent transformation as well. In the fall of 1984, he began dating actress Julianne Phillips, whom he married the following spring. Professionally, Springsteen reached unprecedented heights. Born in the USA sold 30 million albums worldwide and produced 7 US top 10 singles. As the tour progressed through North America, it became clear that demand for tickets far exceeded supply, necessitating larger venues for subsequent legs. After Australia and Japan, the tour moved to Europe, where it faced a challenging start. The European leg included 18 shows in massive soccer stadiums, beginning with a notorious concert at Ireland's Slane Castle, where an estimated 93,000 fans attended. The event was marred by numerous incidents, including intoxicated fans causing disturbances in front of a surprised and anxious Springsteen. Fans were pouring red-faced, soaked in booze and heat exhaustion, over the front barriers to be taken to the medical tent or to flank the crowd, throw themselves back in and take another crack at it, Springsteen recalled in his 2016 memoir, Born to Run. Audience members would fall to the muddy ground, vanishing until their friends picked them back up. Then, once standing, Springsteen wrote, they'd slosh back the other way, and the whole interminable, nerve-grinding exercise would be repeated again, ad infinitum. It was Springsteen's worst nightmare as a performer, an out-of-control audience over which he held little, if any, sway. He was afraid someone would get really hurt, or worse, I thought somebody was going to get killed, he wrote, and it'd be my fault. During the intermission, Bruce Springsteen engaged in a heated discussion with his manager, Jon Landau, about the possibility of cancelling the entire European tour due to the unruly and potentially dangerous crowds, particularly highlighted by the chaotic scene at Ireland's Slane Castle. Initially inclined to halt the tour, Landau persuaded Springsteen to continue performing and assess how subsequent shows unfolded. As the European leg progressed, the audiences remained enthusiastic but more manageable compared to the tumultuous Irish concert. Springsteen and the E Street Band responded with spirited performances, gaining confidence show by show. Highlights included a lively performance for 80,000 fans in Milan and a triumphant 3-night stint at London's Wembley Stadium. After wrapping up the European stadium leg, the tour turned its focus back to the United States, where nearly 1.9 million tickets had been sold for 28 stadium concerts across 14 cities. Springsteen was prepared and eager to deliver to his devoted fans. Our anthems were built to fill and communicate in places of this size, Springsteen wrote in his memoir. So from Timbuktu to New Jersey, crowds dropped one by one to the powerhouse show we'd started developing overseas. The Born in the USA tour culminated with a series of 4 concerts at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum on September 27, 29 and 30 and October 2, 1985, drawing crowds of approximately 83,000 attendees each night. These shows served as a spirited and fitting conclusion to an immensely historic rock and roll tour. We were now one of the biggest, if not the biggest, rock attractions in the world, and to get there we hadn't lost sight of what we were about, Springsteen noted in Born to Run. There were some close shaves, and in the future I'd have to be doubly vigilant about the way my music was used and interpreted. But all in all, we'd come through intact, united and ready to press on.